Oh, well, fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Hope you're having a fantabulous day today. It is Friday, April 6th, and it's an amazing way to start. I'm going to say the second quarter of 2018. A lot of great things are happening, and you know what? The fact that you're here watching this presentation is a tribute to the fact that great things are coming, great things are going to be shared here, and the person who's here to share it is somebody who is definitely worth listening to. And, get out your notebooks, please. Pay attention. And this is going to be valuable time. We know you take your time out of your busy schedule to join us on these presentations, but this young lady who has literally taken herself from rags to riches is going to help us today in our accountability, which we all need to be, we all need to follow, and we all need to be accountable for what it is, what we do, because it will affect us and how we are preparing ourselves for our future. So without further ado, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce the fantabulous Melody Rima!
Oh my goodness, that is fabulous. Thank you so much, Craig. I get such a kick out of that. It's so awesome. Welcome everybody to our 30-day accountability group. Hello, I see you popping on there, Sarah and Suzanne and some of the others. We've got, oh, Nancy, there you are. There you are. Welcome, welcome. And Susan as well. It's good to have you here. Today, I want to keep these calls as short as possible, and I want to be able to open them up for questions and answers because there's a ton of questions coming at me. So first, I would like to talk to you a little bit about something that's really super important. And if we don't master this, we are not going to hit our dreams, our dream lifestyle, our goals. And the one thing that I want to talk to you about is, and this is probably the most critical question you will ever come across, and when you can answer this for yourself, you're really going to have a more distinct path and clarity and honestly a new quality of life. So how do we stay focused? How do we stay focused? Because if we can't stay focused, we're not going to get anything achieved. And I want to give you a couple of tips today on how I stay focused and something that I've learned to apply to my life. So do write these things down. If you ever find yourself wandering and distracted and not focusing on what's serving you and your family's goals, your lifestyle goals, and your mission, this call is for you. If we keep looking at new things and new opportunities and listening to others complain and saying yes to everything everyone ever asks us, we're going to wake up one day and wonder what happened to our life, what happened to our goals, and what happened to our dreams. The one thing that I learned is that, when we find ourselves, and this is so easy to do, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this, but what easy ways to cut out some of the things that distract us from our mission, what our mission is, what it is we are trying to achieve, us personally, for our own lives, is, we get online and, we start talking to people and they start complaining about things and they start asking questions and they start asking us, can we do this? Can we do that? And I used to be the person that would say yes to everything. And I found that I had too much on my plate. I really had too much on my plate, and it put everything that I want to do on the back burner. And another thing that I found is browsing. Anybody here ever browse on Facebook or browse on the internet? What I found was that the more we browse, the more we have to make decisions. So browsing uses up all of our brain resources, and your power will literally go out the window. So because focus drives everything in our life. Thoughts and emotions, and negative things will be negative, positive things will be positive. If we fail to focus on our priorities, what happens is our dreams and goals and the quality of our life and even our relationships they all suffer from that. So what I want you to understand is it's not about being productive. It's about being focused on what matters and what it is that's aligned with your mission. So another thing is, first, we need to realize that we need to make fewer decisions. And some of you are going, what, fewer decisions? What does that have to do with anything? Well, neuroscientists have proven that the more decisions we make, the less effective we become in the long term. So we must minimize decisions. So an easy, quick fix way to do this is to stop browsing. You know, every time we see something new or a blue link and we click on it, something, you know, it takes brain resources to look at that. And what happens is we have to make a decision. Do I want to keep looking at this, or do I want to move on? That minimal decision sucks the resources from our brains. And it completely uses our brain resources, so we instantly begin multitasking and then not completing anything to our fullest potential. So where we're not focused, we're not finishing things, and it becomes easier to be distracted with the more distractions that we have. So browsing costs us focal power and resources that we have later on. And I know I'm not the only one to say this, but it's addicting, right? It's addicting. You ever find yourself just scrolling and scrolling and just browsing and browsing? And it takes the energy, the same amount of energy of sitting on a couch, staring at a television, eating a bag of potato chips. That's what it does. It just sucks all of our brain resources out, and it causes fatigue to our brain too. So we have to stop making so many decisions, and we can do that by stop browsing so much. Do the things that will move you forward to what your mission is, what your desired goals are. And to do this, we must know what we desire in life, right? What is it? And what is it that we want to achieve? And do the things that only serve working on that plan. So some of you ladies aren't going to like me saying this, but we have to learn to say no. We take on too many projects, we've got too much on our plate, and we need to make sure that everything we take on, everything we're saying yes to, is serving our mission. It's serving our families. It's serving our futures, right? So life will keep us busy. There will always be something. There will always be somebody asking for a favor, asking for help. But we never need to say yes all the time. We just don't need to say yes all the time, because those things are going to keep us from the life that we want to lead. So next time somebody asks you, instead of saying yes, pause, or wait till the next day to answer, you know, and ask yourself, is this going to serve my mission? So at first, what I did is I started to say no to everything. And then I would check it with, is this aligned with what I'm trying to accomplish? So it's easy to take your eye off the ball if you don't know what the ball is. I'm going to repeat that. It's easy to take your eye off the ball if you don't know what the ball is. So never lose focus on your priority. Or you will truthfully lose yourself. You will wake up one day and go, what happened? What happened? Life kept feeding you things to do, kept you busy, and you missed achieving what you wanted to do for your life. So getting more progress will get you more focus. So we want to get the progress, right? Focus on what's giving you the progress. One of the things, and this is from this morning, was done with my morning ritual, and I was done with my morning ritual, and so it was time to get online. 133 messages in my inbox, a ton of emails, and I thought, am I going to let my inbox rule my day? Am I just going to be responding all day long? Am I going to be reacting, and just following up with all of these messages? Yes, having a lot of messages is incredible. It's incredible. It means you're doing something right. It means you're touching more lives. However, we have to structure our days. We can't let our inbox structure our days. We have to have intentions for each and every day, and let those intentions rule our day. So what we need to do is we need to stop browsing so much. We need to stop saying yes to too many things. Right, Suzanne? And we need to pick 2 or 3 things and make those our priority, and do those things, and focus on completing those things that are going to serve us, that are aligned with our missions, and let your priorities and your intention for each and every day. Yes, we have to set that intention each and every day. Let those things drive us. Let those things help us achieve everything that we need to get done, because we all know we've got a lot to do, right? We've got kids, we've got fur babies, we've got husbands or girlfriends, or we've got stuff that we need to do. We need to take responsibility for. But we need to make sure that we're putting on our plate, oh, Tina, I just want to take it and cuddle. We need to make sure that we are focusing on what it is that we're trying to achieve. How many people here get, hey, can you do me a favor? And you find yourself getting distracted from what you should be doing by doing the favor for somebody else. Stay aligned with what it is thank you, Tina. Stay aligned with what it is you're trying to achieve. Check yourself each and every day. In the morning, the night before, I always set the intention, this is what I need to do tomorrow. I literally put it in my calendar. And then if I find myself getting distracted, I have an alarm that goes off, or a reminder that goes off and says, hey, what about me over here? You were supposed to do this. And I am kind of like that OCD person. Hi, Mary. Glad you can join us. We just kind of finished up the first part of the call, but we'll send you the replay. I'm kind of that OCD person that I can't put something on my schedule or my calendar and not complete it. It doesn't matter how late, how much time. I'm that person. So I hope that you're not that person because it makes you a little insane. But really to be able to focus on what it is that's aligned with your mission. Does anybody here wonder what their mission is? Have a question about their mission? A little bit? Well, let's clarify it. I know Mary and I got a chance to spend time on a one-on-one recently. And I know, Mary, you just follow the recipe in the 30-day accountability, and clarity is going to come to you as you're doing the activities to build your brand, to build your following, to build your network, and everything else will follow. So many people have been reaching out to me, especially from this new company, and they're going, okay, I heard somebody mention a recipe. I want that recipe. You guys have the recipe. Please use it. Use it. Because the people that don't have it are struggling. Don't use it to the point where you see a little bit of progress. You see, I've got more people talking to me now, or now I have a few more people to share with. Don't stop. When that starts to happen, a lot of times we see a little bit of success, and the worst kind of success is a little. The worst kind of success is a little. And we stop doing what we should be doing. So I want to encourage all of you to know that as Robert has taken hold of this new opportunity, everything that you've been taught in the 30-day accountability course, he's doing those activities every day. And you see how he's crushing it. He and Terry are just doing an amazing job. But it's the recipe he's used for 30 years. So we don't need to prove it. We just need to do it. Oh, I think we need to put that on a post, right? We don't need to prove it. We just need to do it. So yeah, I really wanted to get that across to you guys because, you know, without that focus, we're really not going to get very far. And we need that progression to push us forward, to keep us focused. Anybody ever find yourself so super busy all during the day, and at the end of the day, you kind of look at your day and go, what did I really accomplish today? I was so busy. That's how I spent 7 years, guys. 7 years doing the same thing. Scott was there. He knows. I mean, we can message each other at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes our conversations, I knew it was 6 o'clock in the morning because the sprinklers went on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we've been up, we've been talking to other people all night long. You don't need to do that. We were doing things the wrong way. And that's why just focus on doing things that you need to do with the people that deserve your time, not need your time. So, okay, I want to open this up to any questions or input or anything that anybody has to say. Coach Chelsea, come on out, sweetheart.
I want to give props to 2 people that I've just been seeing rocking this. The first one's Mary. I love your lives, and I'm so proud of you for doing those. And the next one is Kimmy. I went on to do my connections, and like every person I went to respond to, there's Kimmy's post responding and connecting to these people, and I was like, way to go. These 2 ladies are brand new, and they were rocking it. So I just wanted to give you both a shout out because I'm proud of both of you.
Yeah, super amazing. And I know when you're learning to do new things, and Mary, I don't think you had ever done a Facebook Live before, right? No. And Kimmy, have you done Facebook Lives before? Yeah, I know I've seen you before you were part of this group. So, but when you're learning to do something new, it's uncomfortable. It feels awkward. And it really takes some effort to hit that live button. I remember when Nicholas first did his first live, he messaged me for more than 30 minutes going, I can't hit the live button. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm sweating. I'm nervous. And look at him now. Just so you know that our biggest growth, those big growth spurts come from those uncomfortable, awkward feeling moments. So I am super, super proud of all of you. So thank you. Thank you, Chelsea. And I'm super proud of you. My goodness gracious. You and I just have to say, you know, you and Craig and Tina and Rob just doing an amazing job. Nancy, I haven't seen what you're doing there, but I've been getting messages about you, so you're doing amazing too. And Susan, I see what you're doing. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And Scott Kloster just coming back in a couple of days, and I'm just looking at a whole lot of people there that I know came from Scott. So it's super amazing. I want to open this call up to any questions and answers, you know, do a Q&A to make sure that if anybody has any questions regarding the 30-day course or anything, let's just say you can ask anything. Gosh, that was really scary the first time I did that, but you can ask me anything, and I'm here to answer your questions. Anybody have any questions? Whoa, there go the hands. Okay, I think I saw Tina first. I'm going to go Tina, then you, Sarah.
Yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of people this past week that are thinking. How do you handle the thinkers?
Well, Tina, were you a thinker?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, don't think, just connect. I've got that here too, right here. Don't think, just connect. What happens, and so you were a thinker. So you know how they're thinking, right? You kind of, you know, you want to analyze it, you want to look into it. There are people that are like that. We just have to go, okay. And don't wait around for them. And this is the one thing that I want to say, and this is about My Daily Choice. Okay, for those of you who are in My Daily Choice. There are people that are going to come in and pre-enroll. And then they're not going to, it seems like they don't respond to you, or it feels like you're not getting through to them. I want you to know that every time somebody comes in under them, they're getting an email from corporate. In fact, I had somebody, a very successful coach that was pre-enrolled with me, and he kept saying, why do you keep sending me so many emails? It's like, they're not from me. I told you the system is incredible. So even though you feel like you're not reaching out to them maybe enough, I'm going to be perfectly honest with all of you. I have never emailed a pre-enrollee. Never. There have been a few I wasn't connected with on Facebook, and I just let it go. And turns out that yesterday they both upgraded. So I sent them an email welcoming them and asking them to connect with me on Facebook. I do message people because most people have seen a post of mine. That's what caused them to pre-enroll. I do connect with them on Facebook. Even if I'm not a friend with them, I'll send them a friend request and a message saying, I see you pre-enrolled. And, you know, I look forward to helping you. Have you taken the time to log in and see and look at your genealogy lately? Super exciting. Chat later. Gone. I am not there to have a big old long conversation with anybody. With anyone. See, what happens is we kind of tend to think because they have questions, we should be answering their questions. And we start to fall into that convincing mode. And especially with that Thursday deadline, we're kind of going, okay, well, I need to get a hold of these people. I need them to do this today. Some of them aren't going to move today. They're just not. The more we want them to, the more they're going to back away. So this is where posture comes in. Some will, some won't. So what? Next, right? We think just because they're there, hi Debbie, we think just because they're there as a pre-enrollee that we need to get to them and get them to sign up. No, we just need to get more pre-enrollees. Is that helpful? I just point people to, I said, look, you can look at all the information for free. You're already pre-enrolled. So I give them the website, and I even tell them the email that they signed up with. Because there are some people that enter their email in multiple people's posts. So they're pre-enrolled with several different people. So I want to make sure that if I'm going to be helping them, I'm going to give them the email that they enrolled with me. Right? So I'll tell them, go to this website, use this email to sign in, and here's where you find the comp plan, or here is where you find, you know, what the product information, and just keep pointing and guiding them. And because, you know, Scott and I were talking earlier, and oh my gosh, the questions we used to answer all the time. It was like all day, every day. Questions, questions, questions. Hi, Rita. Good to see you, sweetie. So it was always answering questions. That's not what's going to get me to help more people, is answering everybody's questions. The questions have already been answered. All I need to do is add them to a group. And which I want to bring up, the Vision Team group. If somebody's on the fence or they're a pre-enrollee and they're not sure, add them to that group. Send them Robert's, I think the video that is a check it out video. Is that what it's called, Chelsea? Yeah, the check it out video. And for people that say, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable talking to people or whatever, send them, yeah, check this out. Thank you, Craig. Let Robert do the talking. Edify him. Let him do the talking. Send that video with your pre-enroll link. Bam, done. Do it to another person. Send it to another person. Send it to another person. I guarantee you, you send that to 200 people, because that's what I did. Those first few days, all I did was send it to 200 people. So take the time and do that. Some people never responded to me. Yeah, people don't respond to me sometimes too. Some people got mad. Who cares? Right? So what? I just apologize to them and talk to them a little bit, give them a gift. And here's the thing too. Don't forget to be giving gifts. Because we go into this, okay, now we're part of a network marketing company and we forget about the gift giving. I give gifts all the time. All the time. I'm still using my effective funnel, inviting people to my group, making sure they have that gift. Sometimes in a message before I even invite them to my group, sometimes I'll send them the power in words, depending on how that conversation went. If their tone in that chat was like a little bit negative, I'll send them something that's uplifting. Sometimes I'll send them Wanda's video of the God Memorandum. It depends, but we have to be listening to what they're saying, paying attention, and stop thinking about how you're going to get them to where you want to get them. Stop thinking about how many people you need to sign up to hit your rank. Just keep talking to people, keep reaching out, keep connecting with people, and be enthusiastic. If you have to be jumping up and down, walking, if you're talking on the phone with them and you're moving your hands and you're talking with your hands and you're excited and you're smiling, they're going to feel that enthusiasm. If you're not, if you're mellow and you just say, yeah, it's a really awesome day. Yeah, I love positive quotes. That's not going to get anybody's attention. You want to hook them, grab them with your enthusiasm, because I guarantee you most people you talk to aren't enthusiastic about a whole lot in life. They want to be around happy people. They want to be around people that will give them energy, that look at life a different way, that see life as a miracle, that see them as a miracle. So don't be laying back. Don't be leaning against the side of the car door, Rob. Don't be doing any of these things. We've got to be sitting forward. If you notice, every time I'm in my office here, my chair is way back here, but I'm always here. I'm always here. Every time I'm on one of Robert's calls, I'm always focusing on what he's saying. I'm setting an example for everybody else. So if I'm sitting here chatting on my phone while Robert's talking, oh my gosh, everybody's going to be on their phones. Nobody's going to hear what he's saying. They're going to miss all the gold. They're not going to get the results, right? So note that people are watching you, whether you think they are or you don't think they are. They are watching your every move, your every post. I just recently talked to a couple of people, and they said, "Yeah, I've been watching you for 2 years. I didn't even know their name. Didn't sound familiar to me at all." It's like they don't like my posts. They don't comment on my posts, but they've been watching and following for 2 years. Will you coach me? I want to do what you do. I want to learn what you do. Which, by the way, Nancy, your husband just reached out to me. So awesome. But yeah, it's just incredible that people are watching everything. They're watching when you're excited. They're watching when you're having a bad day. They're watching when you're not consistent. They're noticing it. when you're sharing value, they're paying attention and they're going to keep tuning in. That's why it's important for you to get uncomfortable and do those Facebook Lives to build your audience. You don't have to do them every day forever. You don't. You get people watching and watching and watching. Pretty soon they're looking for your posts, and they're going to be like me. When I knew Robert was going on live the same day, at the same time each day, I had an alarm remind me 15 minutes before, and then at that time as well, because 15 minutes I'll forget. I'll forget in 5 minutes. I have an alarm. It's important to me, right? It's important to me to be there. I'm not going to rely on my memory. There's a lot of stuff happening. Somebody might call me and say, can I just ask you a couple of questions? Okay. So I just got to, what's your question? Where am I pointing you? I'm not going to answer those questions anymore. Make sure that they're tuned in to the groups. They know where the answers are there. I want to see, there's no reason why every single one of you, and I know this is a 30-day accountability group call, but everybody that I'm looking at live, this applies to. For those of you who are watching the recording and you missed what's happening, I'm sorry. You need to look at my messages to you and reach out to somebody on this call, but there's no reason why each and every one of you can't be 5K this month. Minimum 5K. No reason why you can't. I didn't understand it. I understand it a little better now, so I can help you do that. I can help you do that. So, and as we move up, I'm understanding even more. I still don't understand a lot. The great thing about this is we don't have to understand everything. We don't have to know why. We don't have to know, I don't care what day I get paid. I don't care, oh, they said I got paid. Where did the money go? I don't remember where I put it. So, I don't care. What I care about is getting you guys up those ranks and getting paid. So how can I help you do that? How can I help? Yep, that's right, Tina. I just have to know how to cash those checks. Well, direct deposit, I just have to figure out what account I put there. So awesome. So how can I help you? How can I help you get there? I can't focus for you. That's why I wanted to talk about focus today. And if you missed that part, make sure you come on and listen to that on the recording. You have to figure out what your priorities are and set that focus. Every day, ask yourself, am I doing what's getting me closer to the life that I have planned for me? The life I desire, the life my family deserves. Because if you're not doing those things every day, yeah, Craig, for sure. If you're not doing those things every day, it's going to take you forever if you get there at all. Forever. So, yeah, I want to do a team picture. Can we, do you guys all, you mind? Can we do a team picture? Craig, would you do it? Awesome. Craig is awesome. Oh.
Okay, everybody. On the count of 3, 1, let me make sure I got my, okay, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. I should have that. Let's double check. Kaboom. You're awesome.
Awesome, awesome, Craig. Will you post that Melody Here to Serve too?
Absolutely. Will do.
Thank you. I love and appreciate you so much. And I am so super excited. Super excited Craig hit the leaderboard. I am super excited that Zach hit the leaderboard. I am floored. I'm not surprised, but when I saw that, I was literally jumping up and down, and Daisy thought we were going to be dancing, so she started jumping up and down.
Hey, well, don't take yourself out of the picture either, my dear. You are doing quite well, and I think Melody deserves a big hand too.
Well,
She is awesome. She's helping us, and she's helping everything. So blessings to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Craig. You know what really excites me most about Craig? You know what really excites me most is because Craig, I've never seen Craig other than corporate. I never saw him build. So for him to come in here and wow, on the leaderboard, wow. So yeah, so proud. And now I know not to be so nice in our conversations. So, if anybody needs a good kick in the rear, I'm here to do it. Right, Scott? Yeah. Awesome. So, Sarah, you were next with your question. Thank you, Tina. I hope that helped. Oh, we lost Sarah. We just see the picture of her there now. Okay, we'll wait for Sarah to come back. Does anybody else have a question? Any question? Anything? Kimmy.
Hey, so I know you and I were just kind of like talking a little bit before about our Zoom. So I know it's terrible, but I've lost connecting with people. So I have this long list of Facebook friends, and I'm just trying to like reconnect with them. So I haven't blasted this out yet, to the masses.
Uh-huh.
How can you guide me into basically reconnecting with them in order, because I just don't want to blast them with, what I'm doing now and edifying Robert with a link. I need to build rapport first before I do that. And I need to do it fast. So what are your strategies on how to build rapport real fast so I can get the word out real fast? Fast.
Okay. Coach Rob, did you want to answer that question?
I did.
We can't hear you.
Oh, no. Even now?
No, it's too loud. Put the windows up.
I had my air conditioner on because I didn't want to have the windows down. Sorry. Is that better?
That's much better. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Jeez. Okay. So, Kimmy, so what I do, and this is, I want to say my second network marketing company. It really is, because I'm as excited in this company as I was in my first one, if not more excited. And I did a couple things between the two. So, and you only have so many chances to reach out to somebody, right? Until they start getting sick of you. So, you want to make it effective, but you want to make it sound like it's coming from your heart. So what I have learned over going into my 6th year in network marketing is that you never want to rush the conversation into your company that you're looking to pitch them, and I know it's all about say less to more people, and I understand that, but if you're looking to reconnect, you might have to wait to maybe even the second or third conversation before they're comfortable enough to listen to you on that level. I've always, I used to rush it because I was so excited about it. I didn't know what I was doing, so I would hit everybody at 100 miles an hour and just knock them over with my opportunity, and I never got any traction that way. So now I learned is, hey, how are you? And they're going to ask, how are you doing? And you tell them that just leave clues that announce your excitement. You're going to ask them how they're doing. They're going to ask you back how you're doing. Tell them that you haven't been this excited in years, or you got something new that you're working on that you're super, super excited about. And like Melody says, hit your keys on your keyboard with that excitement, because that and this whole frequency thing is really getting to me in a major way. you got to operate on that frequency of excitement. You got to operate on that frequency of success, even though you don't have the success, but you got to act like you have it. So if you're on a frequency and like you're faking the funk, yeah, I'm really excited about this opportunity. Boy, I've never been so excited. You know, they're gonna feel that energy. So if you're like on the phone, or if you're even texting, yeah, you're excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited, hitting the keys, and they're gonna feel it, and then feel them out. If they're not receptive to your energy, it's not the best time. And I know you want to pitch them and get it out there, but you might want to wait till the next conversation, you know, and say, hey, you know, I meant to ask you this on our last conversation. Do you like to read, or are you into reading? And if they say yes, say, I want to share something with you that really changed my life. And give them the God memorandum. Or if they're having a crappy day, like Melody said, you know? And people don't care. How does it go? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
That you care, right?
Right. So genuinely show care and concern for their day. If they're having a crappy day, like, man, that sucks. Maybe this will cheer you up. Buy HempWorks. You know, it's just not going to work. Like, oh, you're in a crappy mood, try these drops. You know, it's not going to happen. So, yeah, lead with excitement. Don't lead with your opportunity. And I've learned that in a major, major way. You know, and lead with your heart, lead with concern. And I'm edifying Robert that he leads with his heart, because that's what he does. So yeah. I hope that answered the question, because I got passionate about it.
Well, thank you, Rob. You know, Kimmy, what I do is, you know, I have a lot of people that I'm connected with on Facebook, and for some reason, I don't know, maybe we had a mutual friend, so they friended me. So there's a lot of people that I have that for a long time I'd never really had a conversation with, or it's been years since we've really had a conversation. So I will go back to them and simply say, hey, just your name popped up on my Facebook. I realized that we hadn't chatted in a while. Please accept my apology. I just kind of got consumed in my world. And I really look forward to hearing what's new in your world. Right? Because if they're a network marketer, they're going to jump at the chance of talking to you, because they're going to want to tell you about their what's new in their world, right? See, those people used to scare me. I used to say, okay, they're network marketers. I see them blasting their company all over the place. I don't want to get in a position where I have to say no, because I was one of those people pleasers that felt like I needed to say yes to everything. Not anymore. Now I love pleasing people, but I don't feel like I have the need to buy into everything just because somebody asked me. I know how to say no to that now. And I would just take that and I would change it and share my enthusiasm. Now, when I'm sharing, and I know this is more MDC, and so it's company specific, but it doesn't matter what company or what you're promoting. This is going to apply. I would say, I am sorry. I got so consumed, you know, with what's going on in my life. I'm looking forward to having a chat with you soon, and not about, you know, what you're going to share with them, but get them re-engaging with you and really listen to what it is that where they're at, what's happened since you talked last. Look at the past conversation that you had with them. You know, you said your aunt was in the hospital. How is she doing? They're going to go, how do you remember that? Well, it's in the chat. If you didn't delete it, right? And that's going to mean a lot to people. And then just give them a gift. Give them a gift. That's what I do. You can invite them to your group. Say, hey, look, I have this group that I just really pour into people and share some of the content and some of the things that really helped me with my success. I really look forward to sharing that with you. You're invited. Feel free to join. You're putting it now to them. You're passing the ball to them if you like. Where and you have your group link, and that they can receive a gift there from you if they like. Now they're going to be following you. I don't have to share my opportunity with them, because when I make that post, hey, have you heard what gets a multimillionaire out of retirement? They're going to see it. Right? Now that you're reconnected, you didn't even have to tell them about that yet. They're going to start seeing your posts. They're going to start noticing your posts again. So, yeah. I know we kind of want to just go out there and go bam, 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 right? And like Rob was saying, he's hitting people 100 miles an hour and just bowling them over. I've done that. It doesn't work. Right, Scott? It doesn't work. Yeah. You want to say something? No? Oh. Uno momento?
I was trying to unmute myself. But I was going to say, I figured out something, and I was wondering what your thoughts were. I figured out about that mic button that's on your messenger and sending people, you're talking to them instead of sending them messages. What do you think about that, Melody?
Yeah, we've talked about that several times in the past, and I know Janessa and Chelsea, you have mentioned that too. When you leave somebody a voice text, they connect with you so much faster than sending them a typed text. They can hear the enthusiasm in your voice. Make sure you're not laying down or napping while you're doing it. Make sure your energy level is up. Exactly. That's how Scott connected with Janessa, and that's how I met Janessa, was through Scott. So they can hear the enthusiasm in your voice. They can hear that you're caring. They can hear that you're genuine. All of that. That's why I like Zoom calls too, because when I am when I'm connecting with people, and sometimes I'm just like, I am over, chatting. I'm over chatting. So I'll just say, hey, I'm tired of typing. Would you mind jumping on a Zoom call? When you can connect with somebody like that, it doesn't have to be a 20-minute call. Just, hey, how you doing? Just real quick. They see you're a real person. They can see your eyes. They see you're genuine. They see you're caring, all of that. So I missed a question. There. Yeah, Chelsea.
They're talking about voice messages, and Kimmy mentioned that you can record one and then forward it to as many people as you like. That's nice to have, but I would recommend your first message being, hey, their name, and then like a compliment, a genuine compliment, or just like, how are you doing? And then you can send like a pre-recorded one if you want, because if you're not sending one with their name first, like that's music to people's ears. So if you're not like addressing them first, you don't get that connection right off the bat necessarily. They can hear you're excited, but they don't really care because you didn't talk about them.
Right.
So if you can make it personal first, then it really, I get people responding all the time to voice messages. They're like, oh, hey, I didn't even know you could do this. And it's like, yes,
yeah,
you can.
It's fun. It's fun to help people learn something new. So, and yes, addressing them personally is important. So, any other questions? And that chat bar that's on the side, the people that are online, I used to start at A and I never made it past C. Yeah, I used to start at A, who was online, and it shows they're on their mobile device or they're on the web, right? They're on the internet. I would just go for the people that were on the internet, and I'd just go through them. Hey, how you doing today? Just saw your name on my Facebook page and thought I'd say, hey, or send them a flower. Hope you're having a beautiful day, and leave it up to them. And I would do that to so many people. I would leave it up to them to contact me back. Then those are the people I'm going to talk to. I'm not like, hey, how are you? Hi. Hey, what are you doing? How come you don't respond to me? Because I don't respond to those people. Right? Just put it out there. So yeah, Nancy.
I was just gonna say on the voice messages that when I first started using those, not only is it effective because, like you said, they can hear the tone of your voice, but the bonus that I got from using those is it helped me be super focused on what I was going to say, because you only have a minute to say what you need to say before it cuts you off. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like the most fabulous thing ever, because it helps you to say as little as possible to as many people as possible.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many times I had to keep on recording, like, oh, that's too long. That's too long. And I'm just like, boom, boom, boom now. So it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's a great time saver, and it'll keep you more on track of what you need to be doing. The only reason I don't like those is because if somebody gives me some information or says something in those, I can't go back and refer to it without playing them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, straight to the point. And you know what? Rob, I see you put elevator pitch here. The word pitch just makes me cringe. And I know we talk about that, and the 5-second presentation, napkin presentation, whatever, that Robert has talked about. The word pitch makes me cringe. And the reason is because for 7 years, I was pitched all day, every day. And it was when something changed within me. That's right, Chelsea, elevator care, elevator share. I like that too, Craig. I just felt like I was spending all of my time dodging bullets.
Yeah.
All of the time. And I don't know if any of you have ever felt that way, or if somebody sent something to you and you just never responded because all it was a pitch. And I learned from Scott, and I shared the other day, it's like he started saying, well, hey, thanks for asking. My family and I are fine, and kind of like when they didn't even say anything to them. And I thought that was so bold. I thought I could never say that. Well, I've been doing that. So that's awesome. That's awesome. You taught me something, Scott. But putting ourselves in a place that we feel like, those people are going to make us uncomfortable because we don't know if we're strong enough. We don't know if we're confident enough. We don't know if we can say no. We don't know. Are we going to say, okay, yeah, I'll look at your thing. I'll look at your company and let you know what I think. And you think, well, then they're going to look at yours, right?
Yeah.
No. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen until I know recently I just shared a message that Junior sent me. And for those of you who hadn't seen it, I'll share a little bit. It was like somebody was sending him, Robert Hollis Jr., they were sending him messages about their company and says, I just want to get your thoughts on my company. Well, it's a way to get him to look at his company. And they're showing respect for him. They look up to him. And so he sent me the message that I started using that is like, well, yeah, I charge $500 so that he does a request through Facebook Messenger for $500 to evaluate their company for them. And people were like, no, man, I just wanted you to check it out, So I thought that was really, really funny, because if you want my opinion on your company and it's going to take my time, that's going to cost you $500. Because that's what my time is worth, to be able to look at your company thing, So that will shut people down. It will definitely shut people down. So that was fun to do the first time. It was scary to do the first time, but it was also fun. Sarah, I see you popped back on. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, sorry, it was just a bit noisy in here. That's why I couldn't get on, because I didn't want you all to hear the background noise. A couple of things, really. I don't feel at the minute, I don't know if you saw or heard any of the voice clips that I left earlier. It's regarding the oil.
Mm-hmm.
I have messaged Jenna and Josh, and I haven't had a reply yet as to whether it is legal in this country.
Okay, did you chat in the back office? There's that little chat thing. Every time I put a message in there, they're like on it.
I sent both them a personal voice clip which I know Josh has seen, but I haven't had a reply from either of them. And
Okay,
then I
Craig?
support message as well.
Yeah, they are, because I just talked with Josh a little bit today. They are swamped. So I would say be patient. But I've talked with them, and if you look in the on the list on the leaderboard, you're in the UK, correct, Sarah?
I am, yeah.
Okay, they are doing business in the UK. So
That I mean, I was under the assumption it was perfectly fine. Obviously, it's just that I've got obviously a lot of friends that I'm contacting that they're so skeptical about this. I can't tell you, and I just want to be 110% sure that I'm giving them the right information before.
yeah, if they're shipping to the country, and there's the list. If you look on the in the back, there is a list. I don't remember exactly where it is. I'd have to find it. But if they're shipping to those countries, because they have to know that what's coming into the country is legal, then yes.
Well, I know they are because I've received mine. It was one lady particularly who I've worked with before, and she went into she was a pre-enrollee, which she weren't particularly keen on because she didn't think she'd be pre-enrolled in it. But instantly it was like objection after objection after objection, and I just thought I need to be perfect.
Then
Right.
maybe sorting needs to come into play here.
Yeah.
Right, and
that was
send. We've got that great content with the video that Robert put together with the Megan Kelly, interviewing the doctors and talking about that, and then about the product as well. So I would share that.
I have done previously with other ladies. It's just this in particular one. I mean, to be fair, I think she's using it as an excuse not to join, to be honest. But
right, and people like that
dropping up, it's like I need to know for definite. Even though I've got it, and I know that it wouldn't be able to be here if it weren't. It's just, when somebody puts that question in your mind.
Yeah,
and I was
right.
like,
yep, that Dina voice.
With people in the UK because they are so skeptical.
Right. So have you Googled it?
I have, yeah.
And what was the answer you got?
Totally.
Okay, then you have your answer.
Yeah.
So don't let other people cause you to wave. Yeah, and and especially people, I will say, in the generation older than me, than I, like my parents. If I send them that news clip with Megan Kelly, they're like, oh, it's on the news? Okay, good. I'll do it. That's all they need for that validation.
Yeah.
Oh, doctors talked about it that you didn't know, that you weren't in the room with, that you have no connection with. Yeah, okay, then it's good. But if I would say these doctors are my friends or my business partners, I'd go, Right, but it was on the news because we know that the news is always true. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, that fake news right there. What I was going to say is, Sarah, and again, it goes back to also the sorting part. Do you have other people that are on your pre-enrolled list, right?
Yeah, but I've had a few. I mean, I did the Boost advert, which we was all advised to do, and I didn't get anything from that. But I've had a few that's looked at it, yeah, for sure. Well,
I would say spend as much time as you feel necessary with some of those people. If you get what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And move forward. What?
Move on.
Yeah, exactly. Because 80% of people take up 20%. What is the 80-20 rule? So 20% of the people take up 80% of your time.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what it is. And I would just say spend, you know what? I gave you the information and just drip it to her. If she's not going to do it, she's not going to do it. I have people that they came in really quickly on my group and I followed up, and it's like, all right, you know what? The system knows what it's doing. I will go in and maybe send them a message saying, check on them, but I've got to back off because not only is the system doing it, I'm doing it. It may be too much.
Yeah.
You know what? If they are, they are. If they aren't, they aren't. And just as much as you want them and you want to do the best that you can, you just got to move on and, just keep working on the people that you got when you've boosted and keep the door going, keep it open, but just keep moving forward.
Exactly.
That was my next question, because I'm getting a lot of new people. I'm talking to a lot of new people. But as soon as I start talking and going in this direction, they twist it on me and say, oh, would you like to look at mine? And it's then show me yours and I'll show me yours sort of thing. And it's just like,
Yep.
Why can't you just say yes? So it's that transition from a friendly chat to getting them to have a look. That's where I'm struggling. And I think I need a kick up the butt for that, to be honest.
Sarah, let me say a couple of things, address a couple of things that you said. For those people that are on the fence, again, I would just ask them, I can add you to this group where they've got all kinds of information. That way you can make an educated decision for yourself. When it comes to people saying, I'll show you mine if you show me yours kind of thing, the one thing that stands apart from what I'm sharing is Robert Hollis. Yeah. Nobody has a Robert Hollis who's built an organization of over 758,000 people. Now, how many people get an opportunity to get in at the beginning of that?
Yeah.
Besides the system. And for those of you who don't know, I am not promoting product. I am promoting a system. I am promoting Robert Hollis.
I've been edifying him like no tomorrow. And everyone's like, who's Robert Hollis?
Right.
Just
Google him. Google him. Yeah, and I would just leave them with a copy of the book. Here is this best-selling book. I really have to go. I tell everybody I have to go. I don't have time to sit and chit-chat with you.
Yeah. And I think that's what I'm doing. I'm spending too much time with people who are either sitting on fence or being objective, rather than just going, you know what, I've given you the amount of information I've got. I mean, I kept saying to him, I didn't ask about this, I didn't ask about that. I just knew he was getting in and my coach was getting in, and that was enough for me, Yeah. So it was like, I just sort of said that and just left him with the information. Just said, if you've got any more questions, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction.
Right, but some of us think this is and you're doing a great job doing that. Just spend less time with them and appear busy. I don't care if you have all day to chat. Appear busy. Because we have all day to chat. And
I want to get on that board. That's what I want.
Yeah, but then we tend to go into that convincing mode again.
And that's what I don't
want. And they feel our desperation. They feel our desperation.
I actually said to a guy last week, I said, you know what? I said, I'm not here to try and convince you into anything. I just know what I've got. And if it's good for you, then that's fine. If not, I'm not going to go, does your company do this? Does your company do that? And I left him. And even though he's still not gone over my way, he's given me a bit more respect for doing that. Because I was like, I'm not proving one way or the other. I just know what I've got and what it can do for people.
Right. Now, many of us jumped on that train because of our respect for Robert, because we know him, right? We look up to him. Many of us want to be Robert Hollis. I know I do. So here's the thing. It was easier for us. So when we're talking to people that never heard of Robert Hollis, we have to take that into consideration. Yeah. So we have to talk about what it is that he's done and what he's doing again, because he's already breaking the records.
Yeah.
He's already breaking those records that he had before. And it it is not very often that anybody gets an opportunity to get in at the beginning. So I know, Craig, you probably have the answers to most of this, but yeah, that's where the check this out video is so incredible.
And yeah, and that's what makes it so good, because Robert qualifies himself, and as Melody even said, with the Google, you just say, look, Google Robert Hollis. He has done this. He has done this. He has done this. He has done this. If you could, and if there is going to be a tit for tat, then just say, then please share with me, somebody who is equivalent to that. And I will look. But I'm focused on exactly what this is because of his success. He's a best-selling author because he's helped over 53 people become millionaires. He's been, I don't need to go over it again. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I have to share this little bit with you.
I'm sorry?
Before I forget, I just need to share this with you, because this right here, what's happening at the minute, was one of my visualizations, and I never in my wildest dreams ever expected it to happen. Him coming out of retirement and me being in the same team as him, and I messaged him and told him I was just like blown away. But I've had to move away my mindset a little bit, because I've moved away, as you know. I'd sort of lost my love for the industry, and I was concentrating and focusing on my coaching, and then I've had to then transition a little bit back to trying to focus, and it's just messed with my head a little bit, I think.
If I may, Sarah, that's exactly what happened here. And from the corporate side too. That's because that's where most of my experience has been. And I got very, very disillusioned, especially after the last company. So I did not want to have anything to do with this industry again. Funny that Robert, I follow Robert because I admire him. I love him. He's a great friend. He's a mentor, coach. And he says, you got to do this. This is going to be amazing, and I will help you. I will help train you, which is what he's, of course, doing with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I know
it would, if it was anybody else,
you'd have said no.
Yeah.
Same here. You guys know how much I love coaching and mentoring people and getting results for people. And I loved that I didn't have to be part of a company to make money. I do want to share something with you guys. For those of you who want to be coaches, for those of you who want to be making a difference in other people's lives and helping them get results, and welcome, Jerry. Jerry's here. Jerry was already in the company, and Jerry reached out to me.
Yes.
See, and Jerry is not the only one. And one day I had 15 people reach out from that company for me to coach and mentor them. See, a lot of people have been in different companies, and people are going to be in other companies as well. And that's what I love, why coaching people, because I can help anybody in any company. It doesn't have to be just in the company I'm in. That's what I love. So when you have people reach out to you and go, okay, how did you get the recipe? I need that recipe. They've struggled. Maybe they didn't hit ranks that they wanted to hit. Maybe they still have those limiting beliefs, and right, they're not having the success that they see others having. We can help them in achieving that. So it's super exciting. Super, super exciting, because there's no doubt in my mind with the recipe that anybody can achieve. So yeah, Coach Chelsea, come on out.
Sarah, I adore you. And I just wanted to say that we have to disengage from those people. I love Lisa Nichols. She says, I have nothing to defend. I have nothing to protect. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to prove, right? And I have had to use that a lot lately because someone on my son's father's side reached out to me and goes, I'm calling CPS on you. I can't believe you're selling drugs and you're doing it all over Facebook. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, what? Like, this is legal. And they're like, we're going to get you punished. We're going to get record taken away from you. You don't deserve them. Burr, 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 burr. And I'm like, geez, Dino, you need to calm down because I got no time for you. And I just had to disengage. They blow up my messenger all day long. And I'm just to the point where I'm about to just delete them because it'll be 10 times easier for me. But there's going to be people that no matter what you're doing, they're going to try to dissuade you. They're going to try to destroy you. They're going to try to crush every single dream you have. That's Dino. That's big Dino, not little Flintstone Dino. That's just like right here, right? But you have to just disengage. You have to trust yourself, trust Robert, trust the company, and just do what you need to do to make those dreams happen. Because there are just some rough people out there. The 30-30-30 rule, you know, 30 who are for you, 30 who just are violently against you, and then those 30 that just don't care. They don't know, they don't care, it's whatever. So just focus on the 30 that matters. And
I think I've just had a lot of the other 230s this week.
Right, well, just keep shifting, keep focusing on your goal, and as you do it, you're going to start drawing to you. If you're elevated on that frequency, like Melody says, if you're focusing on the, how did you put it, Melody? You put it perfectly. You said, don't focus. Where is it? It's not about being productive, it's about being aligned with your purpose. So focus on your purpose.
To do it.
And just make it happen. Yeah, just do it, right? Don't prove it, just do it. She also said it's easy to, you know, to lose your eye on the ball if you don't know what the ball is. So we have to stay focused. That's why, you know, Melody kind of kicked me in the butt, guys. You need one. Talk to her. Because I was like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm getting frustrated. And she's like, Chelsea, I need you to focus. She's like, you have these people under you that count on you, and I can't motivate them if you're not motivated. Like, you got to kick it into gear. And I was like, okay. So I went to my reason for doing this, bawled my eyes out. You guys know all about it. I'm wearing the shirt today. And I just crushed it. I got like 68 people to check out stuff. I was just boom, 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 boom. Gotta focus. Focus.
I'm so proud of you. And Sarah, I love you. And yeah, sometimes it seems like we have a lot more of the negatives coming at us than the positives and the people that are receptive. And that just shows us that we just need to talk to more people. And again, it's going to go back out to that vibration that we're putting out there. Because we attract who we are. And if we're down in the dumps, if we're in a slump, if we're not living on that higher level of the rainbow, we're going to be getting a lot more of those people. And we cannot let them affect us. There was somebody, and I don't know if anybody saw this, I had one of the booths I put out. And somebody posted a negative comment on it. And I just thought, well, I should delete this. And nope, I didn't. I said, I posted 2 days pain-free, 10K in 12 days. This is not for everyone. And a little smiley face. And I left it. The old Melody would have deleted it and kind of like made sure that person could never post on my stuff again. It's not for everyone. Yeah, it's not for everybody. And Chelsea, you know what? Extra prayers for you and your family, because they just need to go away. They just need to go away. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be really, really funny. Yeah, come out. This is gonna be really, really funny when you're like walking across the stage as super affiliate. And
right.
Yep.
When you were talking about negativity right there, I just want to share something with you guys that I did. I had made a post about Robert, and this guy's like, of course your multimillionaire mentor is doing good. He's making millions. Anyone can make more money with millions. And I was like, oh, well, you used to be a broke auto mechanic. And he's like, yeah, well, he's not now. That's like getting excited about someone being able to dunk when they're tall. And I go, you know what? All I know is that my friend Janessa had to sell her home because things were rough for her. I was like, and I know that she was able to bring in 16 people by putting her faith in Robert, joining this company. I was like, and now she doesn't have to worry about how she's going to take care of her family. And the very first little emoji symbol on it was a heart from that guy. He said nothing else to me. Because if you guys can talk in stories, you can get them to either shut up or move on really quick. But I was like, Janessa, I used your story. You're so amazing. And I was just sitting to her. I was like, thank you. Because Janessa's phenomenal. It's her story. You know, she's a regular person, right? She's just like us. And just to see her succeed, I'm proud of her. And I just was like, oh yeah, well, if my friend can do it, I'm going to help other people do it too.
Yeah, massively. Can I just share a quick win before I go on mute?
Okay.
I had a lady that's actually in my Daily Choice today send me a friend request, and her message was, I've been checking a few people because he's obviously been inundated with people since Robert took care of it. And she said, I've watched some of your videos and I just felt compelled to reach out and say, you've touched my heart. And I was just like, oh Lord. I really was. So that's my win for today. So there's been good things. I'm concentrating on the good. And I've still got Susan's video from last Friday.
Yeah, amazing. You guys, Sarah, Susan, you guys are amazing. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. I love to hear the wins. I love to hear the good things, guys. You know, I know we come with a lot of questions that are just like, okay, well, this is not working, or I posted this, or I boosted that. I'm not getting this. Let's focus on the things that are. And we'll address those things, but I guarantee you there is something different if you're doing it. If you're getting different results, I guarantee you there is something different. So if anybody missed the beginning of this call, make sure you watch the replay. And then if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to us. I know that, Jerry, you're just starting with the 30-day accountability. I want to ask you, how are you doing, sweetie? Oh, let me unmute you. I got you. Oops, I think we're both doing it at the same time. I can't unmute you. You're going to have to do it. There you go.
There we go. I think I'm doing okay. I got a little bit lost. I got a little off track, I think, because of a post I saw on Facebook. But unfortunately, this post came from somebody very high up. And she said, don't go spending $1,500 on some mentor somewhere that you don't need. You got enough training right here. And I thought, it just took the wind out of my sails. I've looked up to this person since I joined the company. And to hear her come on Facebook and say that really upset me. And it kind of set me back a little bit. And then I watched, I think it was Nicholas's video about thinking positive. And I pulled myself up, put my big girl panties back on and said, okay, maybe she didn't need a mentor, but I do. So here I am.
I'm so glad to have you. And, you know, there are things, some people just, their minds aren't open. They're not open. And some people, they seem like, we look at them and we think, oh, they achieve everything that they try. They hit every rank that they attempt. They do. Some people don't understand that if we can learn from a mentor, like with me, when I learned from Robert, I stopped spinning my wheels. I got unstuck. I got out of the mud. I was starting to get results because what I was doing wasn't getting results. And I think everybody on here, by a show of hands, if you've got results by having a mentor or coach, will you raise your hand?
Yeah.
So everybody that's on screen can say that. You know, it's about learning what other people have done, because we can try to reinvent the wheel. We can try to guess. We can do this. We can do 6 months copying this person or doing this training or doing whatever and not get anything. And there, 6 months is gone. Now we got to find something else. So why not find somebody who has actually done what you want to do and achieved what you want to achieve and copy them? And because a lot of people are brought up believing that copying somebody is wrong.
Well, I think we all have, and being an artist, that's all I did for my living, was create artwork for an art publishing company. And when people started copying my art, I didn't like that at all. But then I realized it's because I was successful and they were trying to do what I do. And basically, it's the same thing that you're trying to teach us now. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. There are so many different ways in life to be successful, and there are so many different definitions. We all have a different definition of success. I bet if I asked everybody to write down their definition of success, many of us would have a different one. So for us, what is our definition of success for us, right? For me, I will tell you that time, freedom, financial freedom is part of that. To be able to do what I want to do every day of my life with who I want to do it, when I want to do it. Not because I have to arrange it around a work schedule, check with my boss, whatever. Not have the money to do something. It's that time freedom. And I think Mary and I were just talking about that. That's what success is for me. Money and time freedom. It also includes being able to contribute where I want to contribute. It also includes being able to help other people achieve their dreams when it comes to their business, their life, their lifestyle. They're all part of that. They're all equally a part of that. And for me, that's success. Now, for many of you, it might be just to be able to make an extra $10,000 a year. So you can do things with the family, maybe take a vacation, or that might be all what success would be for you. My prayer is that your definition of success, your vision of success will grow as you grow, as your income grows, as, all of that. So, Sarah, thank you so much. That's right, Craig. Success leaves clues. Sarah, being a coach like Melody is my definition of success. I love you. I really love you. You're so amazing. You're so precious. So yeah, it's for me, it wouldn't matter how much time freedom I had. It wouldn't matter how much money I had if I wasn't able to contribute and make a difference. It wouldn't mean anything to me. I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be truly fulfilled. So what you have to figure out, what is your combination? Because there is a combination. It's not just one thing. Right now, it might just, I just want to be able to make enough money to pay my bills, right? Or I just want enough money to go on this vacation that we've always talked about and never got to go on. Or buy a new car, or move out of the zip code. It doesn't end there. It's an ongoing progress. So that might be something that you can all write down. What is your combination for success? Your combination. So, Sarah, yours is to get married finally? Woo! Well, tell him if he needs a talking to, I'll talk to him and tell him, get on the ball.
I'm 42, 43 next Sunday, and I've never been married. Ever.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No.
No.
I know I want to marry this one. I didn't want to marry any of the others.
That's not not a bad thing. Well, I look forward to that wedding because I hope that some of us can come and be there and celebrate with you. That would be
You're all invited.
You might want to check with him first. We'll all be there. So yeah, and don't feel bad. I don't even know how old I am right at this moment. I'm going to say 56. I think I'm going to be 56 I'm going to be 56 this year, this month, and I'm not married. I kind of like it. We're going to bury this recording. I kind of like it. So Sarah, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So does anybody else have anything to add or any questions regarding the 30-day? Any questions at all? Remember, I said I'd answer anything. If nobody has a question, I have a question for someone. I have a question for Janessa. How the heck are you getting all those people, darling? So my question to you is it because you've built an audience? Is it because you've connected with people? Is it because you've built rapport and given gifts that you're able to grow your team so quickly?
It's because of the 30-day accountability. It's because I have been working for the last 2 years, connecting with people, giving gifts, making sure, I'm asking the right questions. I'm, following up with people, and not just follow up with a business. I'm not, just sending links to everybody. I am genuinely caring about what they have to say, what is going on in their life, and just for them to know that I care, that I'm there to support them and help them, and watch everybody grow. So it is because of this group right here is why I am where I am. 100%.
Well, that wasn't an answer I was expecting, so thank you. I know that, I talk to a lot of people that say, oh, Janessa's amazing, Janessa's fun, Janessa's so funny. So I think the one thing that I can take away from that would help everybody is, that saying, people will forget what you say and people will forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel, by Maya Angelou. Janessa is a master at making people feel wonderful. So if we could just go out there and just let people know that we care, and that we genuinely care. We're not faking it. And let them have a good time in that conversation. Leave that conversation feeling better than the way they walked in. I think if we all just focus on that, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. And that's investing in others. And I know our time is precious. We can never get it back. That's why it's important to understand and really be conscious of where we're spending that time, who we're spending that time with. What are we spending that time doing? Are we spending that time trying to twist arms, convince people? So thank you, Nancy. It's good to see you. I love you. Yeah, so if we could just go out there and just focus on making other people feel better. More than 90% of everybody you talk to today has had a rough day. More than 90% have had a rough day. They either got bad news, they had problems with their car, maybe somebody in their family was diagnosed with something or didn't go well, maybe the wash machine broke. You don't know what that is and it doesn't matter. But if you have something that you can uplift them right away, it could be a quote, it could be a beautiful picture. If you're talking to ladies, send them, I don't know, a beautiful rose. Every woman likes to get flowers. I love them. You guys see my flowers over here? So I always have flowers. I love them. I'll never say, hey, I've got too many flowers. My office smells like a funeral parlor. But it's beautiful. You know, doing something for somebody that they don't expect it. Probably shouldn't have said that, but it does. It kind of does. Doing something for somebody and just to make them feel better and not expect anything in return. Yeah, a florist shop. It smells like a florist shop. That's better. I haven't been in a funeral parlor in a long time. So, okay. Thank you, Suzanne. I love you. Did you have anything you wanted to say or add? No, you good? Okay. Love you, sweetie. Bye-bye. We're going to close up here. So I just want to say, you know, go out there, figure out what it is that your mission is. What is, for those of you who are in Six Figure Mastery, we talked about our mission statement, what it is that we're trying to do, help us identify who it is that our perfect avatar, who it is, and who is our desired customer. You don't necessarily want to be targeting everybody. You want to be very, very specific. So, and just go out there and think about those things. What is your mission? What are you doing? What are you doing every day? How do you stay focused? When you get that progression, it's going to help you stay focused, right? When you see progress, it's going to help you staying focused. And ask yourself every day, what did I do today to help me achieve the lifestyle that I'm looking to build for me and my family? And if anybody has any questions, you can always post them in the 30-day accountability group. I will be posting this recording for anybody who missed the beginning part on how do you stay focused. And again, I just want to say, don't think, just connect. Don't think, just connect. I put notes like this all over my office, all over my house to remind me. Awesome, Susan. I love each and every one of you. I believe in you. And I'm super, super excited for your futures and to be on this journey with you. God bless. Bye-bye.